Assalamu alaikum everyone. Today we will start the new chapter of chemistry. It is of biochemistry from unit 11th. The first lesson will be on the introduction of nutrition and healthy living. Biochemistry is the branch of science that deals with the chemical substances and vital processes occurring in living organisms. This line basically tells us that biochemistry is the branch of science. And in biochemistry, we deal with the chemical substances and the processes which occur time to time in the living organisms. And in biochemistry, we study biomolecules. Biomolecules means macromolecules, those molecules that are present in a high quantity, in a larger quantity, those are known as biomolecules. Biomolecules include carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, nucleic acids, and their metabolism. Now, in nucleic acids, we have two types. The first is DNA, and then we have RNA. And then in RNA, we have further three more types, which is rRNA, also known as ribosomal RNA, tRNA, also known as transport RNA, and mRNA, which is known as the messenger RNA. Now then we have our definition of nutrition. Nutrition is the process of obtaining and using food for growth, repair and energy. Basically, when you eat food, it helps you gain energy. In humans, the process involves indigestion, absorption, assimilation and egestion. Now, what is a balanced diet? A balanced diet is that diet that contains all the nutrients. The nutrients means that all of the biomolecules like the carbohydrates, the proteins, the fats, the minerals, the water, the roughage, and in correct proportions. It ensures strong immunity, disease prevention, and normal growth. A healthy living requires a balanced diet, exercise, sleep, hygiene, and avoidance of harmful substances and care of mental health. Now, what is the definition of malnutrition? Malnutrition refers to the deficiency, excess, or imbalance of nutrients. There are some people around the world, like in the continent of Africa, those kids are starving, like we have seen the situation in Palestine. So the kids are suffering from malnutrition. They have the deficiency, they have the excess of the nutrients, they do not have food to eat, the carbohydrates, the proteins, so that is malnutrition. And it can be undernutrition. There is another type of disease which is known as marasmus, and another disease which is overnutrition, it is known as obesity, or micronutrient deficiencies like anemia, rickets, etc. So if we say that a person is undernutrition, this means that he doesn't eat much. He has the disease of marasmus. And if a person eats a lot, then he is obese. And if a person has micronutrient deficiencies, then he has scurvy, anemia, or rickets. Hey everyone, let's move on to the second lecture, which is of carbohydrates, a source of energy. Now, what are carbohydrates? Carbohydrates are the organic compounds which are made of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen in the ratio of 2:1. You can also call carbohydrates glucose. For example, we have C6H12O6. The empirical formula will be 6:12:6. So if you convert this into the simplest whole ratio, it will be 1:2:1. So carbohydrates are also known as glucose. There are three types of carbohydrates: monosaccharides, disaccharides, and polysaccharides. Monosaccharides include the glucose, the fructose, and the galactose, while the disaccharides include sucrose, maltose, lactose, and the polysaccharides include starch, glycogen, and cellulose. Now, monosaccharides are those types of sugars which only have one sugar unit. Mono means one and saccharide means sugar. And then we have disaccharides. Di means two, saccharide means sugar, so two sugar units of sugar. And then poly means many, so it can consist of hundreds to thousands. Now, what are the functions of carbohydrates? They are the main source of energy. 1 gram of carbohydrate is equal to 4 kilocalories of energy. They also act as an energy storage, starch in plants and glycogen in animals. What is their structure role? They help in the cellulose in plants and chitin in fungi. The daily requirement of carbohydrate is 50 to 60% in your diet. You must consist carbohydrates in your diet. Enzymes. Enzymes are the biological catalyst, mostly proteins that speed up the chemical reactions without being consumed. What are the properties of enzymes? They are highly specific, they work in small amounts, and they are sensitive to the temperature and the pH value. Examples of enzymes are amylase. It converts starch to maltose. Another example is of lipase. It converts the lipids, which are the fatty and waxy substances, to fatty acids and glycerol. Protease is another type of enzyme which converts the proteins to amino acids. Now, why are enzymes important? They are essential for digestion, metabolism, respiration, DNA replication, and energy release. Lipids. Lipids are the fats and the oils made up of fatty acids and glycerol. We have two types of lipids, the saturated and the unsaturated lipids. The saturated fats include butter and ghee, while unsaturated fats include olive oil and fish oil. What are the functions of lipids? They provide high energy. 1 gram of a lipid is equal to 9 kilocalories of energy, which is the most highest so far. Insulation and protection of organs. They also form the cell membranes known as phospholipids. What are phospholipids? Phosphorus plus lipids. Lipids also help absorb vitamins like A, D, E, and K. The excessive lipids can cause obesity and the heart diseases. The nucleic acids. The nucleic acids are the biomolecules that store and transfer genetic information. We have two types, the DNA and the RNA. The DNA is a double helix, which means that it is made of nucleotides like sugar, phosphate, and nitrogenous bases. It helps in the storage of genetic information. RNA is a single stranded. It plays roles in protein synthesis like mRNA, tRNA, and rRNA. The importance of nucleic acids. Nucleic acids control inheritance, regulate protein synthesis, and guide cellular functions. The basic components of food. The essential food components are carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, vitamins, minerals, waters, and fiber. Carbohydrates is the energy source, proteins help in growth and repair, the lipids help in energy and insulation, vitamins help in the regulatory functions. A is for vision, D is for bones, C is for healing. Minerals, they are inorganic helpers. Calcium is for bones and iron is for the blood. Water is a type of solvent. It acts as a medium for the reactions, and fiber prevents constipation and helps digestion. Assalamu alaikum everyone. Today we're going to start the review questions of biochemistry from unit 11th. The first question states, in a small village, children frequently suffered from different infectious diseases due to their weak immune systems. Now, which major nutrients were lacking in their food? Was it amino acids, carbohydrates, proteins, or lipids? The correct answer will be proteins. Why? Because proteins, there are two types of proteins, the structural proteins and the functional proteins. So the proteins are the major nutrient which were lacking in the food of small village children. That is why they suffered from the different infectious diseases, and they even had a weak immune system. Now the second question states, which of the following food components are rich in fats? Rice and maize, milk, egg and beans, pulses and wheat, or cheese, butter and oil? So the correct answer will be D, which is cheese, butter and oil. Why? Because all of these foods are lipids. They consist of waxy or oily substances. Potatoes, cereals, beans, pulses, and oats are rich in proteins, amino acids, fats, or carbohydrates. Proteins are basically the red meat and the white meat. Amino acid is not a type of nutrient. Fats, potatoes, cereals are not fats. they are waxy and oily substances. So the correct answer will be carbohydrates, as they are the main energy source that gives the body the structure. Now it says, what is a bond between amino acids called? Ionic bond, peptide bond, acidic bond, or hydrogen bond? So the correct answer will be option C, which is peptide bond. When large chains of amino acids combine, they form proteins. So the correct answer will be a peptide bond. Now, the fifth MCQ, the major function of carbohydrates includes storage, the structural framework, the defense system of the body, or the messenger. The correct option will be the structural framework, as it is the main energy source of the cell. Carbohydrates also help in the storage, so you can choose between these both options. MCQ number 6. Which of the following disorder is not caused by the deficiency of proteins? So, weight loss is caused by the deficiency of proteins. Loss in muscle strength is also caused. The muscle fatigue is caused. But constipation is never caused if we have the deficiency of proteins. So, the correct answer will be D. Now, the seventh MCQ, foods containing starch and carbohydrates are important because they make your bones strong, they stop you from getting overweight, they are easy to cook, or they give you energy. The correct option will be that they give you energy. Meat, fish, and other alternatives. Now we are talking about meat, red meat, white meat, and other alternatives. They provide the following important nutrients: carbohydrates, lipids, protein, or sugar. Obviously, in meat and fish, we do not have sugar nor lipids or carbohydrates. So the correct answer will be proteins. Now let's move on to MCQ number 9. Which nutrient builds, maintains, and repairs the body tissues and cells? The correct answer will be proteins. Proteins build, maintain, and repair our body tissues and cells. The last MCQ says Mariam's doctor told her that she is facing the shortage of blood and has anemia. What nutrients are lacking in Mariam's diet? There is no lacking of carbohydrates, lipids, or water. The main nutrient that she is lacking is protein. Protein, if there is the shortage of blood or the disease of anemia, this means that there is a shortage of the nutrient of proteins. So the correct answer will be option B.